When you look at the quarterbacks who are left in the playoffs, Brett Favre, Kurt Warner, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, are you intimidated or honored to be part of that crew?
Philip Rivers, it's pretty cool. It's it's great, but at the same time, I mean, you don't want to just be there, just like those guys. They don't want to be mentioned with, all the other players you just mentioned. They want to win it, and just like I do. So I think, competitive guys make it to this level, and I'm honored to be here. But at the same time, I don't want to look back and say, man, that was cool getting to the divisional round. We want to get to the AFC Championship. We want to get to the Super Bowl. So it's great to think about. I probably won't think about it till later on, maybe in the off season or something. But I hope it's something I can reflect on and think, man, I beat hopefully some of those guys. So just keep preparing and stick to what we know, and make sure to shake their hands after the game. And I mean, I've grown up watching those guys, so it's pretty special.
Mark, similar to that, you're only, I believe, the sixth rookie quarterback in about 40 years to go to the divisional round of the playoffs. I don't know if anyone's shared that with you.
No.
But what does that say about your development and also how the team has positioned you and gotten you ready to handle this point?
I think that's just a reflection of our team. Like you said, this is a really special group, and to have a running game like we do, takes so much pressure off the quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback. To have an offensive coordinator, an offensive line coach, and offensive line who are so experienced, and they help me out with protections, and we really talk through things where a 10-year vet. I'm sure Nick Mangold didn't have to explain gun protection to Brett Favre last year. It's just one of those things where those are things I need to talk about with Nick, and he has no problem with it. And that just speaks volumes about the kind of players we have in this organization, and how easy they've tried to make it on me. And sometimes I made it hard on myself, being a hard-headed rookie and everything. But we're coming along, and we're in a great position. We just want to keep playing and keep winning.
Mark, you talked about the formula on offense that's starting to develop. How much confidence did you gain last week with the slant patterns on third down, the play action, hitting Dustin like that? How much is that all in?
Give away all our plays, man. No, it was great for us to get Dustin involved. He's one of those players who's still developing like I am, and I think hopefully we'll be around together for a long time. And converting on third down, some big third downs, some third and longs. We just want to position ourselves a little better and getting third and manageable. But it was a confidence-building game, and it was important to win on the road like that in a hostile environment against a very good team. And now we just need to build on it. So we're rolling right now. We feel like things are going well, but we still have a long way to go.
Mark, how did you react to seeing a date associated with the Super Bowl parade?
On the calendar?
Yeah.
I think that's right. I think there's no hiding it. I think maybe in some organizations, on some teams, that would be like the big elephant in the room. I wonder what day the Super Bowl is. Obviously, it's going to be a Sunday, but what date is it? When's that parade? And that's the kind of stuff you think about, and that kind of just keeps you going through this whole process. It fires you up, and I think Thomas talked about it the other night before the game. He said, man, there's nothing like knowing you're going to the Super Bowl, that confetti's going to come down. He's like, just keep thinking about that. Keep dreaming about it. When you get tired in the film room, stay 10 more minutes and just think about that could be us, and it'll change your life forever. You'll be a champion forever. So that was pretty special. So I think that just reflects Rex's mentality, and we like that.
With Mark, after the game, Rex was saying that, he thought that you were tired of being considered the weak link of the team.
Whoa.
Was there any truth to that at all, that, you kind of felt that, maybe?
No, I knew I'd had some tough games, that's for sure. But I also knew that I'd played well in spurts, and that I just needed to keep plugging away, to keep, preparing, to not lose focus, to not, lose faith in myself and in this team, and just to let things work for me instead of forcing. And these last couple of weeks, I haven't really forced anything. I haven't really tried to make something work out of nothing, and that's that's where we've gotten in trouble in the past. So when I stay away from that, there's really there's nothing to worry about. We just got to play and hope for big plays and know our defense is going to play well. So I don't think that really bothered me at all. It was frustrating at times, but it's something that you work through, and hopefully that's long gone.
How did you work through it? Did you do anything in particular, or how were you able to get to that?
A lot of it was just keeping up with the routine, because the coaches even approached me about it, just saying that I'm here late watching film. I take my film home. I'm studying the plays. I'm making flashcards. I'm doing all the right things. It's not like I'm it's important to me, and people see that. So they see how frustrated I am on game day when things don't work. And so it's a matter of just really communicating with the offensive coordinator and Shadi and Coach Kavanaugh, and really talking through situations and putting myself in a good spot, getting ahead with the down and distance, getting ahead of the chains. And, just worried about getting complete till the offseason, probably, hopefully a few weeks away. So it's going to be a special night, but at the same time, just like last week, there's always something that kind of could be a distraction, whether it's going home, whether it's playing against somebody you grew up just idolizing in Carson Palmer 2 weeks in a row. Those kind of things happen, I guess, with the playoffs at stake and everything going on. There's always some little side story, something that could kind of get you off track. So it's something to respect and show that I'm appreciative that the fans will be there, people that I know. But at the same time, we got to win a football game, and that's our real focus.
Mark,
We got time for two more.
How much do you think missing the Tampa game, in retrospect, as much as you wanted to play that game and having to stay home and watch it, do you think maybe it was a humbling thing that could be applied to your recent maturing, maybe learn something there that you could apply here?
It was definitely hard. I remember, just watching the game and being upset and frustrated that I couldn't be there at least, just to watch or to participate. But, it's something you deal with and move on from. But, I don't ever want to feel like that again. And we don't want to go home this week. That's what it'll feel like for months. It'll feel like the Tampa game for months if we go home. So we just need to keep winning and keep improving.
Mark, you mentioned talking to Nick Mangold about protections and such. Was there ever any point where you had conversations with the offensive linemen about the trust issue, just learning to trust what they can do in front of you and trust the people around you?
We didn't have to talk about it at all with that experienced group. You just trust them automatically. These guys are good, and they keep my jersey pretty clean. So just knowing that they're going to be there and get through my read as fast as possible, make it easy on them. Don't get too jumpy in the pocket and drift right into Brick once he's handling somebody like Mario Williams or somebody like that. He's had an awesome year, so you just got to trust those guys and know that they're going to be there for you and to make sure we're in sync with our mic points and declarations from a protection standpoint. So it's nothing really needed to be said. Yeah, I just needed to get on board with them to catch up.